A man builds an extremely powerful super rifle, but when testing its strength, only a small bullet mark is seen on the concrete wall in front. Everyone thinks nothing much happened, but on the other side of the wall, a massive crater is formed completely through the concrete. Even a nearby building gets damaged by the impact of that bullet. To make the weapon even more powerful, the man needs a new battery for it. Then, he tells his partner to turn on the camera. As soon as the camera starts, he begins firing ahead. Within just a few seconds, a steel bridge far away collapses, hoping to sell the weapon for a high price. They take this video to a military officer, but the officer clearly feels suspicious from the video. He explicitly tells them to bring the weapon to the firing range. When he sees the rechargeable rifle, which looks like a toy gun, he treats it with disrespect. But the man remains completely calm. He pulls the trigger while aiming at a heavy tank. Within moments, the officer is shocked to see the terrifying power of the weapon with his own eyes. He immediately asks how much he wants for this technology. Without a second thought, the man answers, $100 million. Surprisingly, the officer agrees without any negotiation and says the money will be ready by tomorrow. Afternoon. However, the man didn't know that as soon as he left. The officer had already started a full background investigation on him and his weapon. The next day, during the deal, the man thought he was about to make a huge profit. Still, he felt suspicious in his mind. So he left the weapon with his partners. Upon reaching the meeting place, he sees no money. Instead, several people are standing around pointing weapons at him, forcing him to hand over everything. As he tries to escape, he learns that his family has been taken hostage. Having no other choice, he calls his partners and tells them to hand over all the technical information of the weapon to the officer. After the investigation ends, the officer lets the man go to his family, but he didn't know that, in the meantime, the man had already made his move. A short while later, the man and his partners get up onto the rooftop of a building. There, after setting up a signal booster, they begin tracking the officer's vehicle. In reality, the man had hidden a secret tracker inside the weapon earlier, and using that tracker, he was getting every position of the vehicle remotely. As soon as the vehicle reaches the firing range, he pulls out a second-generation super rifle. It looks like a toy water gun, but its strength and range are much higher than the first weapon. Before anyone could react, he pulls the trigger. In the next second, the officer's vehicle is completely destroyed. In this way, the man takes his revenge and then vanishes from the place. Without raising any suspicion,